Hello and welcome to today's yoga sequence. Today we'll be doing some poses where we're sitting on the mat the entire time. They are wonderful poses that will help relax you. They'll help to open up your back. They'll take some stress off of your lower back. They're wonderful for your hips. And if you have any symptoms of sciatica, they are really great at helping to ease some of those symptoms. So first we're going to start by coming into a comfortable position, crossing at the ankles, knees bent. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can bring your feet out just a little bit further, or you can extend your legs out to the side, coming into a little bit of a letter V. Once again, with all of these poses, only go to the extent that you feel comfortable with your body. If at any point you feel discomfort, remember to sit back just a little bit in the pose. Don't go as deeply into the pose. So we're going to start by focusing on your breath. Close your eyes. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. Take a deep inhale. And slowly exhale. Take another deep inhale. And slowly exhale. We'll do this one more time. One more nice deep inhale. And slowly exhale as you open your eyes. Now let's take your left hand, place it flat on the mat next to your leg. Take your right arm and extend your right arm straight up to the sky. Now you can either look directly forward or you can look up at your hand, whatever feels most comfortable for your neck. Also pay attention to your left shoulder. Make sure that left shoulder is not hunching up to your ears. You don't want to tense up in this pose. This is a relaxing pose. Just let that shoulder fall down and away from your ear. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, let's lower that right hand down. Let's reach your left arm straight up to the sky. Once again, either looking forward or looking up at your hand, whatever feels most comfortable for your neck. Continuing to breathe, feeling this nice stretch all along the left-hand side of your body. Deep inhale. Exhale, let's lower your left hand down once again. Now take that right arm, reach that right arm straight up to the sky, and then start to reach it over slightly. Now only go as far as you feel comfortable. Once again, remembering not to tense your left shoulder up to your ear. And also try to keep your right elbow straight. That's the extent that you should go. Wherever you can keep your right elbow straight is as far as you should be. Now start to lift your chin on an angle. Take your right arm, bend at the elbow, and place the palm of your right hand just behind the back of your head, right around where your ponytail would go. Deep inhale. And then as you exhale, start to rotate slightly and reach your right elbow toward the back of the room. Once again, paying attention to your left shoulder, making sure you're not reaching that left shoulder up to your ear. Deep inhale, exhale. Let's rotate forward once again. Extend your right arm straight up to the sky. Right arm goes back down on the other side of the mat. Let's do the same with the left. That left arm reaches straight up, coming over slightly again, making sure not to bend your elbow. Feeling this nice stretch all along the left-hand side of your body, continuing to breathe. Deep inhale, and let's lift that chin slightly on an angle. Bend your left elbow. Palm of your left hand goes just behind your head. Deep inhale, and on your exhale, start to rotate that elbow toward the back of the room. Feeling this nice opening in your upper back, maybe feeling this a little bit into your lower back. Deep inhale. Exhale, rotate forward once again, extend that left arm straight up, coming back down into a seated position. Now let's bring the palms of your hands together, palms to heart center. Once again, close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. Don't make any alterations to it, just notice your breath. Notice the sounds in the environment around you. If you're in a room where there's air conditioning or a ceiling fan, maybe you hear those noises. Maybe you can hear the noises of the cars on the street out front of you. Pay attention to all of the senses in your surroundings. Take a deep inhale, slowly open your eyes. As you open your eyes, reach your arms straight up to the sky. Open your arms, start to bring your arms around to the small of your back. Bend your elbows and grasp the opposite forearm with the opposite hand. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, fold forward through the center of your body. Let your head fall slightly. Don't let it come all the way down. You don't want to strain your neck. Try to keep a nice flat back, continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhales, nice full exhales. On your next inhalation, come up into a seated position, keeping your arms where they are. Rotate your torso slightly so that you're looking over your left thigh. As you exhale, start to fold over your left thigh. Continuing to breathe, feeling this nice opening in your lower back. Try to keep your sit bones on the mat. Don't fold so far forward that your hips start to come up off the mat. Try to keep them nice and grounded in the mat. Nice deep inhale, coming back up into a seated position, keeping those arms still bent behind your back. Another deep inhale and exhale. Fold forward once again, continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhales and full exhales. Now this time extend your arms straight out in front of you, trying to get a little bit deeper into this pose. You can bend your elbows and rest your forearms on the mat. Continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhale, walk yourself back up into a seated position. And let's separate our legs slightly. Bring the soles of your feet together. Interlace your fingers and cup your toes, or place your hands anywhere along your shins or your ankles and come up and sit up nice and tall in what we call butterfly pose. Continuing to breathe. Butterfly pose is such a wonderful pose. Helps to open up your hips, helps to open up your lower back, and it helps to strengthen all of the major organs that fall between your rib cage and your hips. Continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhale. Nice exhale. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Relax the pose. Keep your right leg where it is. Rotate your left leg at the hip. Bring the sole of your right foot to the top of your left thigh. Your left foot is just off to the side of your hip. So you've got a little zigzag here. We're going to go into a pose called zigzag legs. Now rotate your torso so that you're lined up with the inside of your right thigh. Place the fingertips of your left hand just in front of your shin. Your right fingertips go just above your thigh. Bring your shoulders back and down. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, start to walk yourself forward, lining yourself up with the inside of your thigh, going as deep into this pose as you feel comfortable. You can extend your arms all the way out and reach fully out in this zigzag pose, or you can bring your forearms in and rest your forearms on the mat. You can stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands, or you can come up just a little bit taller. Play with this pose and see what feels most comfortable for you. Sometimes the middle pose is what feels good, sometimes extending all the way out, or even just sitting up a little bit taller. Continuing to breathe. Wonderful pose to help relax your lower back. The taller you are in this pose, the more it's going to get into your sciatic nerve. So this is a wonderful pose to help deal with any symptoms of sciatica that you might have. So maybe you want to come up a little bit taller to try to ease some of those symptoms. If you come down just a little bit lower, you might feel this a little bit more in your lower back. If you have a tight lower back, coming onto your forearms is a wonderful way to help release any tension you're feeling. Or if your hips are a little bit tight, you can extend those arms all the way out. This is where you feel this really in your hips when you fold completely over that thigh. Take a deep inhale, walk yourself back up into a seated position. Keep your right leg where it is. Let's swing that left leg around. Extend your left leg straight out in front of you. Take your left hand, place it just next to your left hip. Take your right hand, reach that right hand out and up. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, let's swan dive that hand all the way around and reach for your toes. If you can reach your toes, you're going to do a 2-finger point and try to grasp that big toe. Try to keep a flat back. We don't want to reach over. Try to keep a flat back. That will get you a little bit more comfortable in this pose. If you can't reach your toes, that's okay. You can place your hand on your shin or even on your knee, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Continuing to breathe, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, let's take that left arm, bring it around, and meet that right hand as well. Coming into a nice, deep, one-legged forward bend. Feeling this nice stretch in the back of your left leg. You can feel this in your hamstrings, which are the muscles at the top of your leg in the back. You might be able to feel this along your calf muscles as well. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly coming up into a seated position. Let's bring that left leg in, cross your legs once again. Bring the palms of your hands to heart center, close your eyes, and pause for a moment. Continuing to breathe, feeling your heartbeat beating nice and slowly. Take a deep inhale, slowly open your eyes, reach those arms straight up to the sky again. Open your arms, bringing those arms around the small of your back. Bend your elbows, grasp the opposite elbow or the opposite forearm with the opposite hand. Nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward once again. Feeling this nice opening in your lower back, nice opening in your hips. Continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhales, nice full exhales. On your next inhalation, slowly coming up into a seated position. This time, let's rotate our torso over our right thigh. Deep inhale and exhale. Let's fold over your right thigh. Again, only coming down as deep as you feel comfortable. Trying to keep both sits bones flat on the mat. Trying not to overextend into this pose. If you feel any pain in your lower back, maybe you sit up just a little bit taller. That will help release any pain or any tension or tightness that you're feeling. Taking a deep inhale, slowly coming up into a seated position, facing forward once again. Deep inhale and exhale. Let's fold forward through the center of your legs, continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhales, nice full exhales. On your next exhalation, release your hands and extend them out in front of you. You can bend your elbows and rest your forearms on the mat, or you can reach those arms all the way out and fold completely forward if it feels comfortable for you. Continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhale, full exhale. And on your next inhalation, walk yourself back up into a seated position. Let's bring those feet together once again. We'll come back into our butterfly pose, sitting up nice and tall. This is a wonderful pose to do any day of the week. I like to do this pose while I'm sitting and watching TV, or even when I'm sitting at my desk and working. This is a great pose to keep your hips nice and flexible, nice and open. It releases any tension you might be holding onto in your body. Continuing to breathe. Deep inhale. On your next exhalation, relax the pose, release your fingertips, keep your left leg where it is. Let's take that right leg, lift it up, rotate it at the hip. Bring the sole of your left foot up to the top of your right thigh, and now rotate your torso so that you're lined up with the inside of your left thigh. Right fingertips plant into the mat in front of your shin, left fingertips into the mat above your thigh. Bring those shoulders back and down. Deep inhale, and then exhale. Start to walk yourself forward, going to whatever height you feel comfortable in this pose. And paying attention to where your body can go on this side versus the other side. If you were holding on to any tightness in your body, you might feel this and you might find that you can't go as low into this pose. And that's perfectly fine, because our bodies hold on to stress and experiences differently on each side. So you'll find limitations on one side of your body versus the other, and that's perfectly normal. It happens to everyone, and you'll be flexible one day and the next day you won't even be able to touch your toes, and that's perfectly fine. That's the way that our body holds and processes our experiences. Continuing to breathe. On your next inhalation, walk yourself back up into a seated position. Keep your left leg where it is. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you. The sole of your left foot is to the inside of your right thigh. Place your right hand in the mat next to your right hip. Left arm goes out to the side. Deep inhale. Let's sweep that arm up and exhale. Open your arm. Let's windmill it around and grasp your right toe. Again, if you can't reach your toe, that's perfectly fine. You can rest your hand on your shin or on your thigh. We just want a flat back in this pose. So try not to curl over. Don't let those shoulder blades or shoulders come up to your ears. Try to keep a nice flat back. Shoulders back and away from your ears. Continuing to breathe. Nice deep inhale. On your exhale, let's bring that right arm around and try to reach that right hand to your left hand. Continuing to breathe. Feeling this nice stretch in the back of your legs. This is a wonderful pose to help lengthen those muscles behind your legs, helping you to get the full benefit of all of those muscles, releasing any issues that you might have from tight muscles in the back of your legs. If you suffer from plantar fasciitis, this is a wonderful stretch to do to help stretch out all of those muscles. Continuing to breathe, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release your hands, coming back up into a seated position. Let's cross our legs one more time. Bring the palms of your hands to heart center. Close your eyes and feel for your heartbeat. beating nice and slowly, feeling nice and relaxed. Bring your attention to your lower back. Feeling any release that you might have experienced during this yoga flow. Bring your attention to your hips. Feeling any looseness or flexibility that you might have added into your hips. Bring your attention to the backs of your legs. With those forward bends, any stretch or lengthening that you might have given to those muscles behind your legs, paying attention to how they feel. Take a nice deep inhale, slowly open your eyes, and we'll end this class with my traditional greeting, Namaste, which means the beauty and divinity in me honors that which is the same as the beauty and divinity in you, which means that deep down we are all the same. Let's bring our fingertips to our forehead, bow to one another, and say Namaste.